So, could you introduce yourself, please?
I am Tom Matthis. I am from Belgium, and for a very long time I've been looking for a place where I could learn the things that I've learned here now. They are not so very common that you hear about in the world, and I can say after a search of 10 years that my search has stopped here, and I can pick up from what I have learned.
And what happened 10 years ago so that you started to be interested in this subject, in spiritual studies or what?
I started being able to move an object with telekinesis, and it was very random that it happened. I couldn't control it. Sometimes it would work for 2 days in a row, and then maybe 2 months not. It was a very difficult process because it took a very long time for with the practicing, finding out how I should do it, and there were more fails than successes.
Did you have any teachers for telekinesis 10 years ago?
No.
So how did you start?
I started with looking up stuff on internet, trying to find methods into doing this. More of them are fake than real, so it could be that you're teaching yourself something totally useless. So yeah, it's a process of finding out for yourself what is real and what is not, and most of them were not real.
Was it only just interest, or did you have any other ideas for telekinesis?
Telekinesis is a thing where what it started with when I was maybe 22. But soon after that it developed because it's just like a little part of a whole concept. So, yeah.
So I know that you have come here for telekinesis.
No, not especially for telekinesis. It was more like telekinesis was one part of it. Clairvoyance, healing. It was a different set of things altogether, just like out-of-body experiences. It happened a couple of times to me spontaneously over the years, and I thought it would be nice to be able to control it and yeah, find out how things work.
Just was it kind of a interest like having a new hobby, like, or for healing yourself, or for improving something, or for what? What for?
The interest in the human abilities, to be honest. If someone can do something, they say, oh, that's a supernatural power, but it is just the way we are made. We can do these natural abilities. We are just never been taught them. So it is an interest in becoming whole again, to say it like that.
Oh, such general idea, becoming whole.
Yeah.
So, what were your goals for coming here? What did you expect to get?
I'm not 100% sure about that question because I have run into a few doors already. So you always go in with an open mind, and yeah, for me this was an amazing experience. It is the real deal, to say it like that.
So did you try telekinesis here?
Yeah.
Could you just describe your feelings?
This was already in the 4th day of practice. I didn't know that I was already ready to do that. And after a little bit of preparing that day, together with one of the teachers, he just said to try it, and yeah, it worked. It was amazing to see actually that after such a short time I was already able to perform telekinesis.
So could you describe the difference between what you did before and
Oh
that
yeah,
variant?
in the beginning I was tensing myself enormously, like putting so much pressure on muscles and everything, the mind as well, trying to push it out, and this resulted in a lot of headaches and a lot of failures, of course. And when I came here, the general idea is not to tense at all and just let substance flow. And yeah, it was a totally different approach to it. A lot less headaches and better results.
I know that you have tried it in your hotel without any teacher.
Yeah.
Were you successful?
Yes. One of the exercises, because I asked a little bit, I was a little bit short on supplies and stuff like that, but I brought a ping pong ball from home, and I put it in a bowl filled with water, wait till everything is settled with movement of the water and everything, and then I started drawing it to the left side, drawing it towards me, and I was...
Did it move?
Yeah. I was successful pretty much immediately.
Could you do it again and again?
Yeah, I'm pretty confident I can.
Anytime you wanted.
I guess.
So the ball obeyed,
Yeah.
didn't it? So what
listened.
about the feelings after? What about the state?
Like feelings of joy,
So not
relief.
exhausted.
Sorry?
Not exhausted like.
No, not at all. You don't use anything like that in the way they teach it here. It's not straining for the body at all. So, very nice.
Do you feel that you could teach some of your friends in Norway maybe the telekinesis? Do you feel ready for it?
I will not claim that I'm a teacher at all, but maybe with the methods that I've learned here I can teach people to do telekinesis. Yeah.
I see. So telekinesis started to be interesting for you 10 years ago. Do you have any experience in any other kind of spiritual practices like breathing or something, healing? Have you done anything in this field before?
Not so much in the practice of breathing or in healing. I have had, like I said before, a little bit of experience with out-of-body experiences.
But it was spontaneous, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
they were spontaneous.
So Tom, I've heard that you have had a very interesting experience of being a healer.
Yeah,
Could you share, please? I'm greatly interested in it.
at a certain point of these 2 weeks that I've been here, another subject person came in, and my teacher asked me to do a healing on her. And from there I just tried what I had learned through the course, in scanning her, seeing if I can see dark spots, these kind of things. I came across her stomach then, which I first tried to clean a little off with meridians, and after a while I decided to try to take it onto the palm and clean it out more proper.
The stomach.
The stomach.
Yeah, like physical organ.
Yeah.
Mm.
I did this for a while until I noticed the stomach itself getting more bright, and from there I just let it be back where it wanted to be.
What did your client say? Oh, stop, what are you doing with my stomach now?
Yeah, the teacher started asking her some questions about what I actually did, and she said she could feel the stomach, that I was working on it, that I was going with the meridians into the stomach, trying to clean it. So.
Was it your imagination, or did you really feel all this?
For me it was not imagination. Plus, on another occasion, with the same person, I was facing the wall while she starts doing healing on me, and it was very, very specific, and you could just feel what she was doing. She was working on the upper part of my back.
Mm-hmm.
You could feel it almost like this
Physical
kind of
touch?
yeah. But then just a little inside, not on the skin itself.
Was it scary?
No,
No?
it was not scary. It was nice. It was new. It was exciting.
And could you regulate your state of health? Your organs like heart, like stomach, like liver? Could you do it for yourself only, or only for a client, for a person?
Let's start with myself. I think I have the knowledge now to do it with myself.
Have you tried?
I have tried once with my own stomach after I had eaten something bad.
Your noodles.
Yeah. I wasn't feeling all too good, and I just laid on the bed and started going with my meridians, trying to clean out, and I could almost immediately feel
Release.
release, and you can feel the meridians inside the stomach. You can feel that you are doing something.
Amazing.
Yeah, it is.
And if to speak about your emotional state, I see that you are a calm person, but if you are worried or maybe stressed because of your neighbors, could you regulate your emotional state the same way?
I think I can.
Have you
Much
tried?
better than before.
Have you tried?
I've had some difficult neighbors
Yeah.
when I was living here, and
Crying at night.
yeah. No, it was difficult in the beginning until you have to get on with your own life and not let it be interfered by other person's negative emotions or whatever. So
what did you do for yourself, for your
I
state?
did for myself as breathing exercises, which already helped a lot to me. Just making substance flow through the body into not letting the attention go towards the factor of
Irritation.
yeah.
I see. So you are deep inside while doing this exercise, so that you don't pay any attention to these
Yeah.
couple of people crying at night.
Yeah.
It's great.
Mm.
Can you do it for others? If your friend says that he or she is in a very bad condition, in a bad emotional state, could you give a piece of advice or even help yourself?
I haven't tried to
How
help.
do you feel? Can you?
I can always give a piece of advice to make her or him feel more comfortable with himself.
Say, breathe.
Yeah,
Breathe.
breathe. Do this.
It
this.
helps. Breathe.
Yeah.
Like maybe you were looking for some breathing courses by video just to work with substances with the help of breathing on.
Yeah. In the beginning it was Qigong that I got most pulled towards. Started doing that a little together with practices of telekinesis then. And yeah, it was difficult to say like that. It was, you get a feeling of substance and everything, but it's not the way it was here.
Then, what is that totally difference here from all other experiences? What is the main difference in our approaches to everything? Is there one?
There is, of course, because otherwise it would not work like with the other ones. It's yeah, I don't know how to put it. The breathing exercises, the movements, the way it's explained, it's made in a way for it to work in for example, in the centers or in the meridians, which, to be honest, I never actually knew about. For me, it was just making some kind of a ball or something, but I have never actually worked with meridians, the specific channels, or the centers, maybe a little, but never in this kind of depth. So
Do you feel that you were taught just how to do things correctly from the point of just to do it the right way? Or were you taught to do everything so that you feel everything yourself? That you check if you're right or not by your inside sensations?
oh yeah. There are so many different kind of sensations to it, and it's important to be real with it. I mean, there's always a possibility that you pretend or something like that. So the teachers itself ask, is this real or is it not? For me, you just can feel it, what is real and what are the things that you might be making up. There was no pretending in these areas.
So for how many hours did you study a day here? Today is your last day, so for how many hours did you study all these days?
6 hours in the institute itself, 2 hours in the morning, and 2 hours after class at home.
So if to speak about these studies here at the Institute, how did you feel after these 6 hours of studies? Like non-stop studies.
Can you repeat it?
How did you feel after 6 hours of non-stop exercising here?
You feel refreshed, you feel yeah, activated.
Amazing.
Yeah, amazing.
So, of course, I want to ask you, what did you get out of all this? What are the results?
The results.
Are you satisfied?
I am very much. The the results. There's so many different ones. It's a very broad perspective that you have on it. I mean, for example, I've had successes in telekinesis. I have had out-of-body experiences which were not spontaneous. I have learned to do healing. So many different things that I got out of it. And I will take with me for the rest of my life.
So I know that you had terrible headaches so very often. And during these 2 weeks, what about your headaches? How often did you have them?
I had them, I had migraine like pretty much every day or every other day. It was, it's difficult to leave the house without medication for it. And after I came here, it felt like a lot less, to the point that, I've taken more than a week now that I haven't taken medication for it. So that's pretty impressive as well.
Yeah, it's impressive, really.
Yeah.
What do you think you are most successful in? Which approach or exercise or what kind of treatment do you prefer?
Yeah, most successful. I can't answer that in one thing, because I have had so many successes. Like you just said with the headache, that's amazing. I've had so many successes that I can't just pinpoint one to say this is it.
So no brightest points. Everything's so bright.
Many bright points. Yeah.
And which exercise do you want to do every day by yourself without any home task or what? Just for pleasure, just because you want. Your body asks.
I have a couple actually that I want to see how it works at home. To do them on a daily basis, and one of them is called Complex.
Yeah, joint complex.
Yeah, that one, and I have no idea what the name of it is anymore. Where you lay on the floor with the breathing, you lay on your back, you can start breathing very much, very rapidly, and then stop breathing. You just feel. But it's not. There are so many different things that I want to try when I'm at home. I want to experiment with those things, so whatever I'm saying now could maybe change in a different kind of practice for me altogether at home with the exercise that I learned here.
Yeah,
So,
they need practice.
Yeah.
Tom, to be honest, were there any things that you didn't like about these 2 weeks? Would you like to change anything? Just
not that I can think of.
maybe your lessons should be shorter.
And no, they were.
maybe you should have every second day for vacation.
No.
Oh.
It's not the reason you're here.
Maybe you should be fed better.
No, that's no. That's actually funny because I am mainly vegetarian at home, and it's one of the things that you have to do here too. It's no eating meat, which is no problem for me actually at all. It's just a little difficult for me to make the food in my hotel room where I don't have an oven to make my food myself. But that is nothing to do with the institute itself. It's with the accommodations that I have at home.
Would you like to come back for some more studies?
Yeah, for sure.
And could you give a piece of advice to our possible students, for future students? What should they be prepared to? Could you just say?
Keep an open mind and prepare to be amazed.
To prepare to be amazed. All your teachers think that you were extremely successful with your studies, so you're given this diploma.
Thank you.
That you are successful, and we wish you good luck and future development of your abilities.
Yeah.
And we will be glad to see you here again.
Yeah, you will.
Like
you
a
will.
nice friend.
Yeah. Thank you.